Alexandre Barros is the managing partner of Early Warning. That's a political risk and opportunity company based in Brasilia. And he says the biggest problem facing Brazil's poor is rising prices.
Well, the fact that inflation is is increasing and people are practicing defensive price increases. That is, they anticipate what is going to be the inflation and then they raise the prices. For instance, some time ago, I was drinking a coffee in Brazil and the guy just gave me a 50% increase in the price from the week before in the same place. And I said, what happened? He said, no, I'm just defending myself because prices are going up. I said, yes, but 50%, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, and we hear these stories from around the world where business owners, big and small, have to raise their prices, and ultimately the end consumer is the one that gets impacted the most. Whose fault?
That's true.
Whose fault is this? I mean, we have to narrow it down to who's responsible for these big price increases.
Well, basically, it's the government, which is spending more than it is collecting. So there is a gap, and someone has to pay, and this ends up being paid in terms of inflation.
You think of what Brazil has to do. They've focused a lot on innovation, technology. Obviously, commodities is a very traditional sector. Is there a direction that the country needs to go in to promote perhaps better job creation or higher job pay? All of the above. What direction should the administration go towards?
Well, the commodities are one thing. The other thing is that Brazil has done well. While we talked about traditional industry, manufacturing industry, nowadays we are talking about internet and electronic things and programming, and in this thing Brazil is lagging behind.
Let's talk briefly about the World Cup and the long-term impacts. Some of the positives that are coming out of this is the fact that the eyes of the world are on Brazil. They will be again very shortly. But this time around, is there going to be a positive long-term impact that global companies around the world say, look, this is an amazing event. We want to invest more dollars into Brazil. We want to have a long-term commitment to the country. Is that something that's possible, that there could be a positive outcome from that?
I think it's a possible outcome. Again, the thing is that we are talking about electronic innovation, and I still think that we have fewer people than we needed trained on that, which was not the case, for instance, when we were talking about traditional manufacturing industry that Brazil was doing very well.
You look at the preparation for the Olympics. Are there lessons to be learned from the preparation for this and the Olympics?
Well, what many people are saying is that Brazil should not possibly have done both things, because this is going to mean that you're going to put a lot of money that could go into better policies, into infrastructure, and into things that are not going to be as positive as.
Alexandre Barros is the managing partner of Early Warning, a political risk and opportunity company in Brazil.